So hi everyone, today in this video we're gonna develop another way to hack towards another type of problem that we face today. And then obviously so we're going to be looking in a not that much of technical perspective to see, because I'm not someone that has all the type of education field to create as possible, as well as a solution that can be something that can already be applied, and I 100% know that it's gonna so get the positive type of outputs that I want. What's important to get understood is that even if you're in a position that you don't have a technical perspective to see the thing, you can use mental models as solutions creators for these type of problems, at least in terms of the quality of the essence of the idea that you create, because the models are like patterns that we take from the reality, and then with that you kind of know better the reality if you grasp it. And so if you apply ideas that they follow the logic that you taken from the mental model, you apply with something that happens in real world, so you can have a better match. Then so what is today is the global wage stagnation crisis. What do you have? 60% of workers saw real wages fall behind inflation since 2000. Productivity wage gap, the productivity increase is 65%, but wages only 15%, and it's coming from the whole OECD. And the root causes for that is where so you're gonna try to apply, and so how to try to create solutions by understanding that they exist. So automation fears suppressing bargaining power, give economic precarity, and shareholder primacy, and as well eroded unions. So there's multiple solutions for that. We have one, the monopoly power, employers as buyers of labor. So what's the idea? Few employers dominate local markets, suppressing wages. But then, so what's the fix with that? Worker mobility platforms. Denmark's job lift app shows real-time wages across companies, as forces as made so fortune to increasing transparency, and as well tends to increase wages by 12% by coming from this initiative. Antitrust for labor markets. The United States sued Amazon and Walmart for no-poach pacts, has made fines funded wage hikes. Second, prisoner's dilemma, collective action versus individual fear. Idea, workers undercut each other, fearing job loss. So what's the fix for that? Solitary DAOs, the crypto unions like Workers Coin, full strike funds as well as made so one $5 hour minimum at Uber. And sectorial bargaining, Spain's industry-wide union set minimums has covered 80% of workers. Now, you already see news, but see how just by looking for two, you can already create a lot of solutions. 3. Cover effect. Minimum wages backfires? Not always. So what's the idea? Critics claim higher wages kill jobs, but data shows otherwise. Productivity-linked minimum wages. Germany ties mean wage to GDP growth. No job losses, wages increases by 18%. And robot taxes. South Korea taxes automation funds wage subsidies for displaced workers. 4. Hedonic treadmill, chasing status over security. What's the idea? Workers accept low pay for prestige, for example in startups, creative fields. But what's the fix that we have knowing that it happened? Pay transparency allows the Canada mandate salary range in jobs ads, closed gender gaps as well as made wages increase by 70%, and exploitation index. Glassdoor's algorithms rates companies on wage fairness, as shamed 300 more firms into raises. So you can look for these type of solutions. You can accept them, you cannot. But the idea of the video is to show how you can create ideas with that. It's not just so looking at these ones that I'm saying it are the ones that are right. 5. Lead effect. Hold labor tactics tends to beat the new hype idea. Time tested strategies outperform a lot of times Silicon Valley disruption. So Silicon Valley is used as a modern trend. Obviously, it's in this case it's something. It's a statement that says tends to. So in the majority of the things, what seems to be adopted and has been time tested strategy tends to be better than what's new, because what's new is not proven. So it's not proven to happen, but by knowing it, it stimulates you so to go for things that are kind of time tested strategies and shy ones. So employee stock ownership, ECOPs. USA companies with ECOPs grew 2.5 times faster, and has made wages as well increase by 33%. And revived craft guilds, Italy's artisan coalitions set premium prices, has made wages 3 times industry average. 6, a bit of secondary thinking. So, unseen wages killers. What's the idea? Cheap imports and automation hides true labor cost. What's the fix by knowing it? Local content allowed in Nigeria requires 50% local materials to make the factory jobs increase 200k. As meant as well, the wages increased by 55%. And algorithmic auditors, the European Union's artificial intelligence checks if automation decisions discriminate. And so reverse 40% of wage costs. Uh, 7. Anti-fragility thrive through labor shocks. What's the idea? Use crisis to redesign the work. So, and by knowing it, what are like the fixes? Skills futures markets. The Singapore's platform rates training vouchers has made workers pivot to high wage fields. And cooperative gig platforms and driver homes, the drivers cooperative in New York City has made earnings increase 30% versus Uber. So obviously we have, as I said, you can create a lot of solutions. You cannot apply all team because you need economic resources to do it. And so the reality is that you have to create more integrated solutions. So if you cannot apply all the, why not so create two, try three things, but that in the idea is kind of mix a lot of these methodologies applied so to construct what you want to make. And then so as integrated solutions, we have the kind of creating wage boosting ecosystems. So we have the in-house chamber of labor, the veto power in wage policies as lowest wage inequality in European Union, and Mexico's salary cloud, live wage data via blockchain to unions and negotiate real-time adjustments. Profit sharing methods, the France requires we firms with more than 50 employees to share 20%, 10% of profit has covered 50 million workers. So why this works? We have, for example, we have the Bolivian workers, COPs, the miners, weavers, own operations that make wages double national average. It exists to rise, so every $1 in wage growth seems to boost GDP by 1.5. So always it's positive. It has a positive effect in GDP. In Portugal, we have taxes. For example, the 4-day week trials has made productivity increase 20% in comparison with the same type of productivity that you got in 5 days. It was so simple. That was a test. And obviously, the wages held steady. So seems to be positive. We have initiatives that already were made. Seems to be a positive effect. We have these models as contributors and machines that create ideas. You can have so integrated them as ways to create more type of solutions that are possible to be applied. And so seems to have a good ROI and obviously as well a good ROI for each one individually, not just like using GDP as a measure to the initiatives that you can create. So with that, I expect that you have liked the video. I expect it was enough so to show the purpose of this channel. I hope that it was enough so to like, enough so to subscribe, and I hope to see you in other videos that this channel is about to produce. As well, I would like to see you in other videos that this channel has already produced. So, without much more to say, I just can be thankful for you being here, And so I hope to see in the next one.